Hey guys.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is One Season Wonders, the show where Meredith and I watch a show that only has one season and we talk about it. Because one season is all we can handle sometimes.
Too much of a good thing. This is why they never got re-upped.
Yeah, that's true. Be sure to also check out our Vanderpump Rules podcast called It's About the Pasta. We've done season 8 because we did it with the live season. And then we've so far done seasons 1 and 2, and we're working on 3. So go look that up. Also, we have a Summer House podcast coming out. We're going to do it for the live season when it airs, which it should have already by the time you're listening to this. But go look for it. It's season 5. That's the first season we're doing of Summer House. We love Bravo shows. That's all you need to know about us. We have no other characteristics. That is it.
Honestly, Bravo first, and then we'll shift right into, once we've covered the entire Bravo sphere, we will move on.
MTV or E Network. E Network has
those are our second-tiered programming, but Bravo.
There's a lot of good TV shows I feel like that are one season from MTV.
I agree.
feel like
I
watched
dive
a
into
lot.
them. But Bravo ones, they're just so many. I went through all of Bravo's TV shows. They have them all on there. And I went on my computer and opened every single one that looked like it'd be a one-seasoner, not Real Housewives, because there are quite a few
that's
Real
so
Housewives
long. We'll never do that. We'll die before we do Housewives.
Series of Real Housewives that I think only got one season because they just didn't work. Like, did you know there was a Melbourne Real Housewives? Who knew?
Melbourne?
Yeah.
Like Australia?
Yeah.
No, I had like zero idea. We just love reality TV so much, especially talking about it, which is what we're going to do right now with NYC Prep episode 7. We're almost done, but not quite. We still got some drama
Still
to talk
so
about.
Much ahead of us.
Okay, so previously on NYC Prep, Camille went on a horrible date with Dan, but they hooked up after, so it wasn't that horrible. PC is taking Taylor under his wing and took her to a fashion show where we saw Amanda Bynes for a split second. Jesse got a job and told PC not to go out with his new friends that he brought to her fashion show. Sebastian and Taylor are not friends. He hacked a big loogie on their friendship. And Kelly friend-zoned Sebastian because he tried to get back with her.
So much
has
happened this season.
Okay. We open up with Sebastian and Camille at an art fair where Camille loves art.
An art gallery. Don't even diminish it to an art fair.
It said it was an art fair. That's what it said at the bottom because I was like, the fuck is this place?
Not that art fairs are bad. They're just like more outdoors and...
This is a New York art fair?
Bravo. This was a gallery.
So Camille loves art. Sebastian touches art. So they're a little different. They talk about Kelly's singing career and how Sebastian got kind of burned by Kelly, but Sebastian opened up his Kelly, like he was trying to get back with Kelly and his line was, since I'm not hooking up with Taylor, which Camille was like, fucking duh.
This is where you can see the difference between guys and girls. Girls don't want to hear this. Guys just are telling you the truth. Hey, I'm done with Taylor. You ready now?
Girls in high school don't just hook up, okay? We're going through puberty.
That's not true. Taylor's a total just a hookup girl.
Okay, besides Taylor, everyone else has feelings and you just got to date them. So then they start talking about their dating history and Sebastian's like, Camille, it's not like you have any boyfriends. When was your last date? Camille's like, with Dan. And Sebastian's like, well, what's happening? Give me the 411. And then they like weirdly start arguing.
Well, I think Camille took this as a jab, when in reality, I think Sebastian was just trying to deflect off of his own situation and try and talk about hers. But Camille's is a mess. She went on a date with Dan a month ago. She wasn't into it and hasn't been doing much since, which isn't a problem.
Well, he implied that if she's not dating, she's not doing anything. And she was like, just because I'm not dating doesn't mean I don't have a life, which is where Meredith and I stand.
We're here having loads of a life without any dating.
Hello, COVID pandemic. Meredith and I have no life. That's why we started these podcasts.
We started this before a pandemic even was
before the pandemic.
That's true.
Technically,
right
COVID
when it was going down.
Technically, COVID was alive and well, just not in the United States yet. This is a
full COVID podcast.
No, it was a year before because we went to work during our.
No, but we started it in like
December
November 2019.
Oh, you're right. We went to work in March. Okay. I have no idea what's happening.
Anyway,
I love that they have like a mini roast. Like Camille's like, well, you got dumped by Taylor and Kelly. And Sebastian's like, I'm sorry. At least I go on dates.
This is like who's not the biggest loser competition, which this is dumb. There's no comparison needed. They're on different paths in life. You don't need to be dating somebody to be doing something.
If you have this much money, you're not that big a loser. Okay. Calm down.
No.
Okay. Now we're shopping with Jesse and Kat. They're looking at some sunglasses. Kat asks about the show and Jesse tells her about PC, bringing a bunch of these people. And Jesse's just like going off about how she has a gut feeling about these kids, how they're bad, and PC shouldn't be going out with them. And I'm with Kat on this one. Kat's like, you got to calm down. Just like don't lecture him, let him fuck up, and then it'll be fine.
Yeah, Kat thinks he needs to have a wake up call, and Jesse just needs to let go and let him fail. But Jesse is not about that.
She's losing it. She's like, I can't. My family just saves him. And Kat's like, okay, well, just don't this time.
She acts like this is her blood or
her
as
child.
If he's gonna like die if she doesn't step in. He just needs to like fuck up once and be like, shit, I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have listened to my friends. And
I love that Jesse's like, well, then I guess this is the end of the friendship. And Kat's like, no. You just distance yourself. I love Kat. She is the star of this show. I love seeing her.
She's like stroking Jesse's ego, which Jesse kind of needs of like, yes, you've been there for it and like you're doing this all, but you need to not. Like you're an enabler at this point.
It's like tough love. Just like give him some tough love.
And also, like, relax. It's not like he wants to go jump off a cliff with his new friends. He's not going to die.
He's just getting drunk and he's out till 8 a.m. I mean, given you probably shouldn't be doing – I can't do that anymore. I'm a grandmother. But would I yell at one of my friends that was doing that? No, fucking –
No, I would maybe have a few chats with them like, yo, are you okay?
Good?
And if they're like, yeah, I'm, like, keeping up with my schoolwork. It's spring senior year. I'd be like, okay.
School.
It's spring senior year. Didn't you kind of like let the reins go, especially in like college? I feel like their high school is equivalent to like normal people's college.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's fine if you're really unhappy with them. Let's just be like, fine, do your thing, but don't come crying to me when you like get an F or don't get into college or whatever. Like, is the final breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're shopping with Camille and
Did you get her name this time?
Is this the random bitch?
Yeah, this is I finally got it. It's like Maite.
Maite. Yeah, Maite.
Just her friend who sucks.
Yeah, Maite, the friend that sucks. They're going to visit Harvard, though. Oh, my God. They think Harvard guys will be the same as the guys they hang out now. Probably, because no one I know can afford Harvard. Do you know anyone that went to Harvard? Like...
No.
Even from your high school? No, same. No
I had a few people apply, but they did not end up going there.
No, I don't think anyone that I know went into Ivy Leagues. Well, maybe someone went to Brown that I know.
I knew a few Ivy League people, but not Harvard.
Yeah. So, Camille, I can't tell you what the guys at Harvard will be like because I haven't met one.
This is weird. I've been to Boston and I've walked around Harvard, and it's kind of weird to see a place you've been.
Yeah. I've never been, but I was like, this is such a pretty campus. Wish I could get in. Okay, but Kelly's going to come with them because Camille is so concerned with Kelly's future and her singing career. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Camille. She is a junior in high school.
I just realized Jesse and Camille are way too similar. They're both stressed out about their friends' lives too much.
So high strung. Who gives a fuck? If I was Jesse, though, I'd be slightly more concerned because my friend hasn't gotten into college yet and he's like fucking around. So I'd be a little. But also, Jesus Christ, Kelly is a fucking junior. What? We all had stupid ass dreams as a junior.
This one's even dumber because all she's doing is like singing. She's not going out till 3 a.m. Yeah, she's literally just going to singing lessons. I would be more concerned about Taylor and her 13 dance classes.
Kelly can sing and go to school, Camille. Okay, it's not one or the other. So now PC and Kat hanging out on a bench. Kat tells PC what Jesse said, not to rile him up, but I think to be like, she's kind of concerned about you, but also she's like kind of insane also. But I get PC's point. It's spring semester. He's not doing drugs. His grades are fine. I think if he told Jesse, like, I'm not doing drugs, Jesse would feel, like, slightly better. Because I have a feeling Jesse's, like, I don't think so. I think doing drugs.
I think a lot of this is actually Jesse's ego being wounded, that PC has moved on and has this new fun group of people, and it's not her. I don't actually think it's about school.
You think she's just jealous?
Mm-hmm.
She's just insane. And then they were talking about college. PC really wants to go to LA because, like, they have less drama. And Kat's like, you're an idiot. You're still going to have drama wherever you go.
Yeah, it's PC, and B, LA is the exact same. It just is more traffic. It's just a spread out version of NYC.
There's just bigger houses and not buildings.
You just don't have to ride a subway anymore.
But, yeah, okay, now Sebastian and Gabe. Gabe's back. I love Gabe. They're in the park playing soccer, and they're going to a party tonight at a hip new restaurant.
Ooh.
Taylor's going to be there. Sebastian's not going to talk to her. They don't want to get into anything, though, because Cole's going to be there, and Cole's fucking huge.
I love that they're scared of him.
I just love that they're like, we're just not going to fuck. We're not going to mess around.
He's a big guy. We're just going to leave him be.
Gabe couldn't take Cole. And then Sebastian
doesn't give a shit.
Sebastian's kind of small, so Cole like towers over him, and Gabe's like a tiny little dude. Cole is a giant. He's a big high school dude.
You don't really see it much because usually we see them like sitting. And we don't like see a full like where everybody is. We don't see a lineup of them all.
Okay, now Taylor and her friend are walking. I think this is the friend from before. I don't care about her name.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So they're talking about this restaurant party. Cole's going with his friends. Sebastian's going, but she doesn't understand why her and Sebastian can't be friends, which I think is just Taylor being dumb. She's not going to make a huge deal out of it because she likes being in a relationship with Cole. It's going really well. And then we find out Denise, Cole's ex, is going to be there.
Ooh, wow. But the worst part, Cole and Denise are close. I love how people talk about people. She's obsessed with Cole and hates Taylor.
Yeah, and it's just kind of creepy.
Also, I wish we would have, in this episode, we never get a timeline of Taylor, Cole, and Denise, like the dating.
Yes.
Because they reference that Cole and
Taylor
Denise
are on and off. Oh, yeah.
For a while, but then Cole and Taylor are on and off.
Yeah, I don't know either. Cole's got these long ass relationships, and he's lived very small lives.
Yes,
like he
like was Taylor before and after Denise, or was Taylor just after Denise?
Taylor was like elementary school, and then like a little bit of junior high, and then like slight moments
and every time. A month in freshman year.
Yeah, and then he dated Denise for like 2-3 years, but for some reason Cole still wants Taylor.
But for some reason none of this matches because I think they're both sophomores.
I know nothing.
At least Taylor's a sophomore. We don't know.
I don't know what Cole is. Okay, so now we're at the restaurant party. It's a lot of random people. I'm not going to go through everyone, but everyone is
just
here.
Wild. Basically, a restaurant shuts down for them to hang out.
Also, okay. You watch
and nobody orders food.
New York. You watch Real Housewives of New York, right?
I have on and off.
Okay, Jill has a daughter.
Yes. Is she
named Allie? I saw her at this. I was like, is that Allie? And I went there and I was like, oh my God, that's fucking Allie from the Real Housewives. Like, this was what, like 2009?
Or this is 2000, probably recorded, or they probably filmed it in 2008. It came out in 2009.
Okay. Real Housewives was out and about, and this bitch, I know Allie, she's one of my favorites because I've only seen season 1, but she wears the headband just like Blair Waldorf.
Wow, Bravo really missed an opportunity to have Allie on this show. Maybe she denied it.
She's already on New York, man. She's got her platform. But yeah, so Taylor's here. She's sporting a great red lip.
It did look pretty good, actually.
It's just like you said, it's just this restaurant shuts down and it's a bunch of little like cliques and you kind of move around and no one's standing, everyone's like sitting. So picture a high school party in a really fancy restaurant with seats everywhere.
Just tables everywhere, but no food on them.
No food, maybe a drink here and there, but like also maybe not. The bar is there because PC sits at the bar for a second.
This is just wild, in my opinion.
So, PC says hey to Cole and Camille and notices. And like PC and Taylor talk for a little bit because they're friends. But there are, like, PC sits down to try and talk to, like, Taylor and her public school friends, but he fucking hates public school bitches. He
was trying. He was talking to Cole about the fashion show, and, like, he was trying. He actually was putting in a good amount of effort. Cole was responding, but
I think Cole was drunk.
Fun of him.
Someone tell me Cole wasn't drunk. This dude was a fucking mess everywhere.
That makes sense. I always keep forgetting that if I don't, like, I just always think I'll see alcohol, and then that tells me they're drunk, but I think you're right. He had to be drinking because none of this night makes sense.
No, he was on another planet, and there were 5 times I was like, is Cole drunk? Is Cole drunk?
Well,
he was drunk.
PC gets over it real quick, and so then as soon as PC actually gets up and walks away, Cole's friends are hardcore making fun of him, and Taylor is mortified. That dude was wearing
eyeliner.
That was kind of weird back in the day. Like, it hadn't been really
New
seen.
York. It's New York. That's true. Like, there's tons
I had seen guys wear eyeliner in like 2010, so yeah, that makes sense.
It was fine. But yeah, these public schools, they call him fruity, and I felt really bad because PC, he even says he's comfortable with his sexuality. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And he like flicks him off. He's like, fuck you public school kids. Which is right.
His interaction was great because we don't get many public school, private school interactions outside of Taylor and Cole.
I'm just gonna say, going to a private school or public school, there were tons of dudes wearing eyeliner. I saw it all the time. It like wasn't even the thing.
Oh, that's even weirder then if they like that the public school kids weren't used to it.
Yeah. Public school is just like anyone you can imagine, all the weirdos put together.
Yeah. That was not like fine. A thing. Well, I mean, I went to an all-girls school, so like it definitely did, or it did happen for girls.
There were no,
but guys, like the guys I know didn't.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Fuck you, public school kids.
Yeah,
I think they were all drunk. But okay, so Sebastian and Gabe come in. They sit next to Kelly. Kelly's like annoyed with Sebastian because she's no one's sloppy seconds.
No, which go girl.
Okay, this is the first time I was like, is Cole drunk? Because he stands up like from across the restaurants, Sebastian, hey, let's go say hi, and like pulls Taylor, and Taylor's like, oh,
I don't want to do this.
My God. And they sit down, and Cole's like, why can't you and Taylor be friends?
This is wild. Like, he acts like Sebastian is one of his friends.
I know, and Taylor's so embarrassed, and Sebastian's like, I said hi to you when I came in. I like don't understand
like, what's
what
the problem?
Issue was. And Cole's just like, you guys could be friends just because there's no hard feelings, dude. I fucking won, but like you could be friends. Don't be a bitch. And I was like, I'm paraphrasing, but that's how Cole was coming off.
That's literally how it happened, and Taylor's just sitting between them like, why am I a part of this?
I love PC watching the whole thing. He's like at the bar and he's like, oh, what's that over there? Awkward. And then Denise is here. Also, why do they spell Denise like
with a Z?
Deniz? Yeah. I have an aunt named Denise, and it's not spelled like
Denise.
That. Denise is here. Okay, so PC felt bad for Taylor, so he comes over, gives her a kiss on the cheek.
This is great. This is so random. So many random actions are happening.
It's so nice, right? So then Cole's like, okay, peace, Taylor. I'm going to go talk to Denise. And Taylor's pissed.
She's like, what the fuck? I'd be pissed at this.
I would too. So Taylor gets up to go talk to PC, but Cole gets up to go talk to Denise, and Denise is like, why the fuck did you invite me here? So Cole invited Denise here, and then he's like, I wanted you to get to know Taylor. And Denise is like, no, I don't want to do that. Why would you?
I would be pissed if I were Taylor.
Hey, Meredith, you ever take one of your exes to go meet the current person you're dating? Because that's the opposite of everything I ever do.
No, that's the thing I would avoid at all cost.
No, I hate it. Oh, my God. Oh my God.
When Taylor was talking to her friend, she made it seem like, oh, there's just this party, so of course Denise will be there. But no, Cole invited her.
That's bad. That's not okay. And then Cole brings Denise and Taylor together and he's like, hey guys, I want us to become friends. And this is the next part. I was like, is Cole drunk? And
what is with Cole wanting everyone to be good friends at this moment?
Does Cole not have a lot of friends? Is he trying to like get all his friends together so he'd have a group? Maybe Cole wants a group.
What he really should have done is have Denise and Sebastian meet and try and hook them up.
Oh, that would have been wingman status.
That could have been like, hey, let's all be friends. Here's my ex. Do you want to meet her?
That would have been better. But no, instead we have poor Denise and poor Taylor having to discuss that like it's just awkward, but they don't have any problems. And Denise is fine. She's not angry. And like Taylor's like, same, like we don't have to be friends, like we'll be cool though. Yeah. And I don't know why this conversation had to happen, because this would have happened anyway without this conversation. They would have been fucking fine. It would have been fine.
I agree. This honestly, putting a spotlight on this makes it weirder. It makes it harder to then try and be friends if anything natural were to happen.
This is literally like when your parents would be like, hi, this is so-and-so, and they're my friend's kids, so you guys are friends. Yeah. And it's like, well, what if I don't like this
Yeah, it's like,
person?
Here's my friend from college I haven't seen in 20 years, and here's their child. I think their name's like Megan. Yeah. Go hang out. And you're like,
here you go. This is your new best friend. Yeah. Fuck that, Mom. And then Taylor's now like, I don't know if I could date Cole. He's literally a crazy person.
I agree. These are red flags.
Yeah. He's not
red
a fun
flag
drug.
City. No.
Yeah. This isn't great. So now we go to Jesse's apartment. Jesse was not at this party. She should get out more because this party was lit, obviously.
Or PC needs to stay in more and Jesse needs to go out more.
Needs to go out more. Okay, so Jesse's meeting with the head of Operation Smiles, or the heads. There's multiple. It literally sounds like high schoolers are putting this whole thing together, but also these people were adults, so I don't know like the mix.
I know. Whatever. I wonder if they're just kind of like advisors, kind of like how sorority functions, where there are like real adults involved, but the kids have the most responsibility. Yeah. So if they need help, the adults are there.
Yeah. Also, okay, this comes in the next episode, but I'm not going to give anything away, but it's mentioned that there are like chapters at a school, like Operation Smile clubs or like chapters or whatever. Maybe this event is solely Jesse's school's chapter. So that's why all these high schoolers are running it. No, you think this is like
that's
all
so
the
many
Operation
events.
Smile people?
That's a lot. Yeah, I think all of them. And I think I think this is the fashion committee's event of Operation Smile.
Oh, okay. Well, Bravo cut this super weird to make it look like Jesse was interrupting the heads and like being kind of rude and
like gossiping over them.
And if that's real,
not a good look.
Yeah. If that's fucking real, Jesse should reevaluate. And then Jesse pulls this, like, everyone keeps asking me to model, but I keep telling them to leave me alone. And I was like, oh, God, Jesse.
Well, the big thing here is that she throws Camille under the bus about saying she gave her phone number and email, but she never heard back, which I think this is a misrepresentation of the, like, situation.
Yeah, agreed. And then the chair is even like, okay, let's not focus on that. Let's please focus on the children. Thank you.
Yeah, let's be proactive here and move forward.
So now we're at Harvard. I love the opening with the rowing team. That's all I see on TV shows. Like Dawson's Creek had a scene where it's like, we're at school and you just see a rowing team come by. And like, I feel like that happens on East Coast schools and it's funny.
I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. Okay. So Kelly's only here to support Camille, but Camille and what's her name? Mai Tai.
I already forgot it.
Let's call her Mai Tai because it's a good drink.
No, just the annoying friend.
Camille and Mai Tai are actually
Mai Tai. It's Mai Tai. Mai Tai.
Mai Tai. I wasn't far off. They're here to really look at Harvard. They meet this tour guide named Scarlett, who's
no, she's just an alum. No tour guide, just an alum.
Oh, you're right. She's an alum who studied Russian literature. That's what her degree's in.
What the fuck do you do with that?
I literally wrote down, what jobs do you have? Like
this is her job, probably.
My cousin got his degree in history and can't land anything. So I don't know what Russian literature.
History's a lot better than Russian literature, though.
I know. So Kelly hates this bitch. She hates Scarlett. Scarlett's got a weird ass voice. Same. Scarlett sucks. And Scarlett's kind of like asking a lot of questions, and Kelly's like, I don't know. I'm not. I think Kelly wanted to say, I'm not really looking at Harvard, but that'd be rude. So she was like, I'm looking at a bunch of different schools. And then Camille's like, that was such a bad fucking answer. I'm like,
I was like, this is wild. Okay, she's only a junior. I know we're at spring semester, so a lot of people are like, some people are figuring out exactly what they want to do, but I wouldn't think you're in a bad boat until like wait till senior year if you don't know where you want to go. Like, you still have so much time. And Kelly's answer of like, I want to see a school before I decide if I like it or not is normal.
I definitely saw schools my junior year, but it wasn't like I'm applying here. It was like, hey, I just want to see the campus and like get a feel, and then, you know, we'll go from there. So the tour guide immediately smells Camille's brown nose. And I was like, you want to apply here, bitch. And then there's a guy in a gorilla costume. Okay, and then we meet David, the tour guide. So David comes up and Scarlett's like, okay, good luck, even though you probably won't get in. And I was like, damn, Scarlett, you fucking savage over here.
That was hilarious. And Kelly's like, oh, haha, like, poor Camille, like, just wants to go here so bad.
Camille's like, the fuck you say? Yeah. I mean, odds are not in their favor at Harvard.
I mean, Kelly's doing the best now. She doesn't even want to go there.
Yeah, straight up. It probably, they won't get into Harvard, but like, you don't tell them that. They'll just get their rejection letter in the mail like everyone else. So, it's a very pretty campus. This tour guide's super weird. He's asking about their boyfriends.
I wondered if it was because of the cameras.
It was totally because of the cameras. But how many tours have you gone on that a dude was like, so?
Never, because I was with my parents.
Same. Wait, fun story. So when I toured Bradley, which is where I went, Bradley University, there was this tour guide, Hot Brian, and I toured the campus twice, and I had him both times.
Oh.
And he was like known as Hot Brian, the tour guide. Everyone knew him. And I was like, I am applying to this school. I was so in love with Hot Brian. But the first time I was with my parents, I was like, and I like went to my mom. I was like, he's cute. And my dad heard. And my dad's like, you think the tour guide's cute? And I was like, shut up.
I didn't even go on the tour at Kansas. My dad was like, I don't want to do this. Can we just walk around ourselves? And I was like, I guess.
You didn't meet your hot tour guide?
Nope. Never actually took a legit tour of the college I went to. My parents were over it by the time I was going to college.
Yeah, I was the first. We went to tons of colleges.
I got one college I got to select I could go tour that I hadn't seen with my siblings.
Oh, fun.
And that was Kansas.
I wish that Hot Brian had asked me if I had any boyfriends. Even though I did, the answer would have been no.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
I do not. Okay, and then there's another Harvard guy that comes up, right?
He was cute.
He's got the sunglasses. I was like, ooh, this would be me. This is my type. And he decides to join the tour. Camille's really bad at flirting, but Mai Tai is really good. What's her name? Mai Tai.
Just whatever works.
Mai Tai's really a good flirter. She's getting it with this sunglass guy. Mark my words. Mai Tai
she's better than Camille, but I wouldn't say she's good.
Pretty good.
She's good at just holding a conversation. Camille's terrible at socializing. She just tries way too hard.
I'm going to assume that a lot of people at Harvard studied a lot instead of going to a lot of parties. So maybe Mai Tai is the best they got. I'm calling her Mai Tai. I can't even hold it together. God. Okay, whatever. We have to move on. Okay, so now we're at the candy shop with Taylor and PC.
This was embarrassing when Taylor shows up with the bag.
Taylor is a child. She's
like,
that
look!
bitch. She's that bitch that goes to Build a Bear with like her box made and ready to take. Like
like from the last time she was
there. This bitch was so ready for a candy store.
The best is when they walked in. She goes, "I wonder if anybody's gonna ask me where the candy is." Like, yeah, you look like an employee.
She's great TV. She's an idiot. But okay. Okay, I have to ask, because PC's like, oh my God, we have to get Pez. I liked the Pez things. I hated Pez candy. It was not
the candy
good.
is trash. It's kind of like good. Smarties. I hate the
God, Smarties.
I hate Smarties.
Suck. Okay, so they go to the XXX section of the candies.
PC identifies that this is kind of weird. They have this section in a child's candy store, which I never really thought that through.
I was immediately like, why is this here?
I was just like, oh, this is hilarious. Taylor's going to get roasted.
Taylor's literally dressed like a 7-year-old and they're going to go get edible thongs. Okay, so we find so we talk what's going on with Cole. Taylor says that Cole makes everything a hassle. He's like always mad when Taylor can't hang out with him, and he gets mad when she doesn't answer her phone. She's with her friends. This is kind
of sad. Like,
this dude, Cole, is ruining it for himself.
Yeah, but like these are basic things. Like Taylor's like, I hate when he texts me. I hate when he calls me.
I have a feeling Cole's that dude that if you like don't answer your phone, he just keeps calling.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Or if he's like, because she said he gets mad when she can't hang out with him. So if she's like, I'm studying, and Cole's like, what the fuck, Taylor? This is why Taylor's grades suck.
We find out later that it's not. Yeah. It's not Cole though. I feel like this isn't Cole's fault.
It's totally Taylor. Taylor can't be in a relationship. She's not ready.
No.
Okay. So PC thinks that Taylor needs his advice. So he gives her some good advice. He tells her, life's too short. You got to spend it with people who matter. You got to do your own thing. Yeah. Do
me. Hang out with me.
That's what I'm doing. And then he invites Taylor to a party, but she can't bring Cole because it's only a few people.
I actually love this. What would you do if you were invited to a party and your boyfriend wasn't?
I wouldn't bring my boyfriend. In high school,
would you tell him?
I would probably be like, someone invited me to a party, but it's like a really small group. And so I don't know what
I feel like I would tell them. It's kind of weirder.
I would probably tell them.
And just be like, hey, I got invited to like this small thing. Like I can't really invite you.
To do that, she would have to like
respond to his messages.
She should tell she should have told Cole, like, hey, because she meets up with PC occasionally. Like this time it was just them two. So she'd be like, oh, I'm meeting up with PC. And then this could have been like, oh, tonight PC's throwing like a really small party. He invited me to get to know some people, and I think I'm going with Camille, or like I'm like,
because there's been plenty of things Cole hasn't come to.
Yeah, she should have just been like, this is what I'm doing, but she doesn't. So
we'll find out how this ends later.
We're at Kelly's apartment. Camille's here. They're talking about how PC and Taylor hung out, and they think it's really weird and funny, and you think
I think they're jealous.
I think they are too, that PC likes them better. So these two together are a fucking mess. Never forget when they're at a spot and they're like, Sebastian and Taylor went on a date.
It is not Kelly though. It's all Camille. Camille's like, we gotta call them.
Camille's like, we gotta call PC, find out what happened. And so they're like, hey, PC. And he goes, hey, I'm at the opera. It's a break. What's up? And she's like,
I love this.
The opera? What a weird thing you're at. PC's like, okay, why did you
What's
call?
happening? What do you need?
And so Camille's just like, oh, we heard you hung out with Taylor. And PC's like, yeah, I think Taylor like needed a friend. So, and I like hang out with her. And Camille's like, oh, I like wouldn't put that together. What a weird grouping. I hate PC.
This is just so awkward.
Oh, it's the worst. And PC's basically like, we're not hooking up. We literally went to a candy store together. She's like, my child.
I'm helping broaden her horizon. Calm your shit. We're not hooking up.
Yeah, and Camille's just like, oh, we were wondering. Low key, she thinks PC's like rude and condescending, but whatever. And then PC's really nice. He's like, hey, Camille, I'm having a few people over. You should totally come to this party. You're invited. Kelly is not invited.
I didn't really catch that. I just assumed she kind of was invited.
I assumed that she wasn't, just because Kelly and PC made it clear that they're not friends.
That's true.
Remember,
and it's not like Kelly never spoke on the phone.
Yeah. So I think Camille just got invited, and Camille's like, yeah, I'll go. You're big in the prep school scene. I got this.
Gotta get that.
now Jessie and this jewelry designer, they go out to eat because she's getting jewelry for Operation Smile, and she loves the jewelry. Yay,
she's
90-second
so
clip.
obsessed with it. It's really weird.
I know.
She tries on so much jewelry.
I love this. I'm in love with this.
How do you ever sell anything and not just keep it for yourself? Well, honey, she wants to eat the food on her plate. That's how.
She obviously keeps the best pieces, Jessie. You're seeing the backup. When I made friendship bracelets, I kept the best ones for myself and gave out the rest. So
wow. Great designer you are.
So now we're at Jessie's house. PC's here. They're finally hanging out, and Jessie's going to take Kat's advice and step back. This is where we find out Jessie got her acceptance to FIT. Woo! Exciting. PC's still waiting. Jessie weirdly at one point asks if PC is gay, and again we kind of topple over it.
It's weird because they're talking about PC's new entourage, people, I think she mentioned, or one of them mentioned the photographer and the stylist, and he puts the bears in a doggy style. Yeah. And then she goes, "Are you gay?" But no other comments happen. It does not matter. I just want to know. We just bypass all these comments. Yeah. Are we joking? Are we serious? Are we doing both?
Real thing? Are people cool making fun of him? What's going on? I have no idea. Okay.
And still to this day, we already dove into the PC stuff, his life update. We still have no idea. We know he married that woman.
He married a woman, but
they weren't.
It sounds platonic. So yeah. Okay. We talk about Taylor and PC being friends. Jessie says PC isn't Jesus and should focus on himself because he can't save everyone. Which
this is why I think it's a jealousy thing for Jessie. She's you shouldn't corrupt Taylor. Don't hang out with her.
Yeah, and then they get in this stupid fight because Jessie, they're talking, but then Jessie turns her back on PC and is like, "Here's my save the date for Operation Smile," and PC's like, "Oh, really nice," and then goes back to the conversation, and Jessie's like, "You didn't even look at my save the date," and then they get in a fight over it.
So dumb.
And then it's fine. And then PC decides not to invite Jessie to his party because she's drama.
Which I'm thrilled that he didn't invite her.
10 out of 10. Was Kat invited? I didn't see our lovely Kat, but I'd assume she'd get an invite because she seems cool.
I don't know.
I didn't see her, but...
I didn't either. It was mainly guys at the party, which we'll get to in a hot second.
Yes. Okay, so now we're out to eat with Cole and his friend's like, "Dude, what's going on with Taylor?" And Cole's like, "I'm so fucking annoyed. She doesn't answer my calls or texts." And his friend's like, "Oh my God, dude, that fucking sucks. You should just, you gotta find out what's going on. She wears the pants." And Cole's like, "No." Haha.
I love when people talk about who wears the pants in a high school relationship.
Literally no one.
You don't live together. You don't pay bills.
No one wears any pants.
It's who calls the shots on where you're hanging out? That's the only thing.
Cole's friend is way off. He's like, "I think that Taylor likes Cole more than Cole likes Taylor." And I was like, "You're reading this wrong."
Cole literally just told you she doesn't answer any texts, any calls, and she hangs out with all of her friends and not him.
Oh, yeah. And his friend is like, "She never hangs out with us." And Cole's like, "I fucking know, dude." And I was like, this is a stupid conversation. So now the friend tells Cole...
This is crazy. I did not see this coming.
The friend, I don't know who this friend's connected with, but tells Cole about PC's party and that Cole's not invited, but Taylor's going.
You can tell they know enough information, but not all of it because they don't know it's an exclusive party. They just heard, the friend heard it, I think, through his girlfriend who heard it through someone else.
I don't even know, but it's insane. Also, his friend was chomping down on lunch. Crazy.
Again, this is why we don't eat on camera.
Could not watch anything but. Okay, so now we're at PC's party. Dan is here. You know I love Dan the man. He is awesome. It's a senior year gathering. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. Camille's here, and Dan answers the door, which is the best.
Prime.
Oh my God, I love it. PC thinks it's really funny. And he wants to know what happened. So he out loud, he's like, "Camille, what happened with you and Dan?" And she's like, "We went on a date." And then someone in the background goes, "Did you fuck him?" And I was like,
I was like, these are the questions we want asked. Thank you. This is the setting that you ask these questions.
I was gonna say,
at a party where
a
people just start
party.
shouting things out. Yeah.
So there's still no answer. I totally think they fucked.
No, she says no.
Oh, you're right. She says no. I did write down a small little
She says,
no.
The guy shouts out, or I think PC tried to ask a question, and while he's asking a question, that's when somebody shout out, like, did you guys fuck? And she looks and goes, no. And then PC is like, ugh. So he makes Dan and Camille stand up, and Dan has to kiss Camille on the cheek, and they have to agree, I'm going to put in quotes, that they'll hang out again.
She gave him a blowjob.
You think so?
100%. They went to third. He didn't reciprocate, so no high schooler ever reciprocate.
No, he wouldn't. I don't think so. I think she would consider that sex.
You think Camille gave a wild hand job? Because remember, Dan was like,
over clothes.
Camille has a wild side. No, she
over the clothes in the cab.
She went in and she just ripped down his pants.
What would you do if this happened all in the cab?
That's wild. That's insane.
I think something happened in the cab.
They were having a hot makeout session in the cab, and she was like, over the clothes, kind of dry humping him.
Yep.
And he was like, this is wild. And then he dropped her off at home, and that was it. And
that's probably it. Like, she probably unbuckled, and that's wild.
She just, over the clothes, like, slapped her hand on his pants and was like, yes.
I don't think much happened. But they actually know there's no way he dropped her off, because they said that they drank after. They drank after.
She gave him a blowjob. 10 out of 10.
No, I don't think so.
10 out of 10.
Because I don't think he'd be bragging about it. I don't think it'd be that good, and I don't think he'd be bragging about it the next day.
I think it's fine. I think I'm going to believe what I want to believe, Camille. You wild. So the seniors are insane. They're just partying like high school seniors who got a hotel.
They're actually drinking in this scene.
Fuck yeah. Camille does not know what to do. I don't think Camille's drinking. She's trying to get into Harvard. She's busy. So then we find out Taylor's not coming because she's grounded. And they think that she's lying, but PC, like, doesn't care. But he, like, does care. He's doing that, like, I don't even fucking care.
This is when people say they don't care, it means they care. If you didn't care, you'd just be like, oh, Taylor's not coming.
And then as soon as Taylor's not coming, fucking Cole shows up.
Just a knock on the door.
And he's like, hey, man, I'm at your party. And PC's like, where's Taylor? And Cole's like, she's not here yet? I thought she was here.
This is so awkward. I can't imagine walking into a party where I was exclusively told I wasn't allowed to come, but I didn't know.
Camille already seems like the awkward one in this, right? She was, like, invited, but, like, she's not too good of friends with anyone here. Cole walks in, and even Camille is like, the fuck this dude doing here?
Everybody's like, who's this guy?
Ooh, this public school bitch. So then, Cole, oh my God, I hate Cole. Cole's like, hey, PC, can I talk to you outside? And I thought this was going to be like a weird confrontation, but instead Cole just, like, bared his soul.
I know. I was like, this is just getting weirder and weirder. You showed up to a party you, like, weren't invited to, but you don't know that. You thought you were going to catch your girlfriend here, and she's not here, so now you're, like, giving your sob story to who? PC? Like, of all people.
Dude, like, Taylor and I aren't really working out. She does all this shit and then just, like, disappears. And I don't even know what to do. And PC's like, I'm hammered. Get out of my...
I don't give a fuck about your relationship.
I hate it. So then the next scene, thank God we get closure right away. Cole and Taylor meet up. And Cole's like, hey, Taylor, I went to this party and you weren't there. This is so rude. Taylor's right. It's literally so rude. Don't go to someone... Guests of guests do not bring guests, especially when those guests were not guests. They were not invited.
But Cole had no idea because all he heard was, like, through the grapevine about a party that PC was having.
Oh my God.
And that's all the information he got, though.
It was an intimate gathering.
Yeah, but he probably thought it was a rager.
He probably thought it was another restaurant party.
Yeah, seriously.
That shit was lit. So Cole wanted to confront her. He's so insecure. He's like, you were going to this party and I didn't know about it, so I had to go confront you at this party. Nah, bitch. You know what I would have done this night? I would have just kept calling my boyfriend being like, I know you're at a party. I know you're there and I'm going to bother you all night
Here's
long.
the thing, is if she didn't want to break up with him before this, she definitely wants to break up with him now.
Taylor is so over this relationship. It's insane. And Cole's like, I just want to know what we are so I can keep it fucking straight, girl. And Taylor's like, she's really beating around this bush. You know, she's like,
this is so sad because you could tell she
don't want the label.
She cares. Like, she doesn't want to hurt his feelings, but she's like, I'm so fucking over this.
They totally break up in this. Like, you can't tell me otherwise.
Well, because Taylor says, she kept trying to beat around the bush. And then he's like, yeah, but are we? And she's like, are we together? And she's like, no.
I love that she's like, we can still hang out, but with no label. And then
she's like, basically, can we go back to when it was you and Sebastian in my life?
This is how she like weirdly ended things with Sebastian too. It was like, we can be friends, but we're not dating. And it's like
it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work.
What do you think Denise did after Cole told her?
She fucking ended that. She was like, fuck you, Cole.
No. What do you think Denise did when she found out Taylor broke up with Cole?
Oh, Denise. She used it. She was like, oh, you can come back, but I'm not. You have to win me back.
If they lived in like a real suburb, Denise would have egged Taylor's house.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't really do that in a high rise.
You just egg the front window. Okay, so they walk their separate ways. Taylor's so happy. She's trying not to smile. Cole looks like he cried.
This is pathetic. This is so sad.
This is the end of the relationship we all didn't know we needed, and now we realize we never wanted.
Nope.
So next time, Jesse and PC get into a fight. Camille and Jesse get into a fight. Camille is holding back, though, in the fight. PC and Jesse try and make up and be friends. PC talks to Taylor about not showing up at his party. Kelly is going to punch Sebastian in the face. Operation Smile is tonight. Camille tells the head of Operation Smile that Jesse won't let her on the committee, and Jesse falls down the stairs.
It's a good final episode. I'm ready.
Awesome. It was awesome. Okay, there was only one person to hear about. You want to hear about Sebastian? We didn't even get a lot of him in this episode.
No, It's kind of sad. Other people just had better episodes to pick them.
Yeah. Okay, Sebastian. He actually interned for Watch What Happens Live summer of 2013.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep. He interned. He graduated from College of Charleston in South Carolina in 2015. And he wanted to pursue a career in broadcast journalism, but he currently works as a real estate agent in New York City. He married media personality Skylar Butchard in 2019.
Wait, that's so sad that he couldn't even move forward with what he wanted to do, considering he had an internship at Watch What Happens Live. He had the in with Bravo.
Yeah. And somehow it didn't work. But he's still in NYC. Went to South Carolina for college. That sounds fun.
I'm happy he got out.
And he's married to a media personality. So now they're doing that.
Despite the actual career, he seems like he had a pretty successful life. Wasn't expecting that.
I think he's probably doing the best out of everyone, it seems like. I know Jessie, graduated and she has a luxury brand.
Yeah, but we kind of had high expectations for her. I did not expect anything from Sebastian.
Yeah, Camille did worse than my expectations. But I think Sebastian, I liked hearing about him. He did great.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay, want to hear my quote?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Okay, I think I have 3. Would you like 1, 2, or 3?
Let's do 3.
Okay. Life's too short, or this is what PC said. Life's too short to be wasting time on someone you're not completely into.
I've never heard a more true statement.
Yay. What a good episode. I'm so excited for the finale.
Finale's next. One more.